For 12 years, The Big Bang Theory ruled television, and no character made a bigger impact than Penny. Played by Kaley Cuoco, she became one of the show's most iconic faces. But the series ended in 2019, and since then rumors have been swirling. Some say Kaley Cuoco has changed completely. Others claim her life took an unexpected turn just 5 years after the finale. So what's the truth? Who was Kaley before fame? What happened after The Big Bang Theory wrapped? And where is she now? Today, we follow Penny's journey from sitcom sweetheart to the woman she has become, and uncover the real reason The Big Bang Theory never returned for a season 13. Let's dive in. To understand who Kaley Cuoco is today, it helps to start at the beginning. Born on November 30th, 1985, she grew up in Camarillo, California, as the eldest daughter of Gary, a realtor, and Lane, a homemaker. Despite her all-American upbringing, Kaley comes from a mix of Italian, English, and German roots. As a child, Kaley seemed destined for sports rather than Hollywood. She was a talented young tennis player and even ranked in Southern California. At the same time, she dipped her toes into modeling and acting, landing her first Barbie commercial at age 6. She juggled tennis and commercial work until, at 7, she landed her first major acting role in Quicksand, No Escape, 1992. 2 years later, she played young Ellen on the ABC sitcom Ellen, marking her earliest recurring TV role. Throughout the 90s, she kept collecting credits, small roles in films like Virtuosity, 1995, alongside Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe, and Picture Perfect, 1997, with Jennifer Aniston. By 15, she played Maureen McCormick in Growing Up Brady, a role that helped position her for something bigger. At 16, Kaley made a major decision. She quit competitive tennis to focus fully on acting. She later said, "I basically grew up in front of the camera. It just kept happening and I kept working." That choice paid off. Even though she initially stumbled in her audition for ABC's 8 Simple Rules, the producers saw potential and invited her to try again. Kaley improved, nailed the second audition, and won the role, a moment she says completely changed her life. Her performance earned her the 2003 Teen Choice Award for Breakout TV Star and opened the floodgates to more opportunities, from guest roles to voice acting in animated series like Brandy and Mr. Whiskers and Bratz. Kaley Cuoco's persistence continued to pay off after 8 Simple Rules ended. She soon landed a major role on Charmed, joining the cast as Billy Jenkins. Her energy and timing fit the show perfectly, and producers immediately recognized her value. Co-executive producer Brad Kern even said Kaley kept the series young and fresh and praised her natural screen presence and comedic instincts. The role went so well that producers considered giving her character a spin-off series, but fate had other plans. Just as the idea of a Charmed spin-off was taking shape, Kaley was invited to audition for a new sitcom, The Big Bang Theory. The original pilot had featured a different female lead, Katie, played by Amanda Walsh, but the character didn't fit the tone the creators wanted. Warner Bros. Executive Peter Roth later explained that the issue wasn't the actress, but the concept itself. The team reworked the pilot, rewrote the character entirely, and created someone new. Penny. She would be the warm, down-to-earth neighbor from Omaha, socially savvy, emotionally intelligent, and nothing like the brilliant but awkward scientists living across the hall. Kaley had auditioned for the earlier version a year before, but was considered too young at 19. This time, everything clicked. Chuck Lorre called her back, she read for the new role, and instantly felt the difference. Johnny Galecki later said adding her to the cast felt natural, almost musical, like a group that had been working together for years. The chemistry was undeniable. Kaley Cuoco wasn't just right for Penny. She was Penny. And with that, her life changed forever. Kaley Cuoco and Johnny Galecki didn't just have chemistry on screen. They quietly became a real-life couple for a time, adding another layer of connection to their performances. The Big Bang Theory premiered in September 2007 on CBS, filmed in front of a live audience, and introduced viewers to Penny, the bubbly neighbor who balanced out the brilliant but socially awkward scientists next door. But the show didn't take off immediately. Its first season earned mixed reviews, with critics claiming it leaned too heavily on stereotypes about nerds and scientists. Fans today would argue those early viewers simply didn't give the show enough time to find its rhythm. By the second and third seasons, the tide had turned. Audiences began to connect with the characters' quirks, flaws, and the way they challenged each other's worldviews. Sheldon, Leonard, and Penny, initially simple in their thinking, became more layered as their friendships grew, and viewers loved watching them evolve. Another key ingredient in the show's success was how it handled science. Instead of overwhelming the audience, the series used real theories and equations in a fun, accessible way. The producers even hired a UCLA physics and astronomy professor as the show's science consultant for 6 seasons, ensuring accuracy in the scripts, formulas, and diagrams. When topics moved beyond physics, Mayim Bialik, who actually holds a PhD in neuroscience, helped guide the scientific content. Executive producer Bill Prady explained their approach. "We worked hard to get all the science right, and it paid off." Meanwhile, Kaylee brought unexpected depth to Penny, turning what could have been a simple girl-next-door role into a complex, edgy, and essential part of the show's heart. Her performance became one of the reasons the sitcom resonated with so many viewers. By its third season, The Big Bang Theory had become a full-blown phenomenon. From its debut in 2007 until its finale in May 2019, the show ran for 12 seasons and 279 episodes, a comedy legacy few sitcoms ever achieve. When award season rolled around, The Big Bang Theory was everywhere. The series earned Emmy nominations for Outstanding Comedy Series 4 years in a row, from 2011 to 2014. Jim Parsons, who played Sheldon Cooper, became the show's awards powerhouse, winning the Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy Series 4 times, along with a Golden Globe in 2011. The show also dominated fan-voted awards. It won the very first Favorite Network TV Comedy Award and went on to win it repeatedly in 2010, 2013, 2014, and 2015. Kaylee Cuoco herself received the Favorite Comedic TV Actress title twice, in 2014 and 2015. By the time the series wrapped in 2019, it had become one of the most decorated sitcoms of its era, and it even launched a successful prequel, Young Sheldon, centered on the early life of Sheldon Cooper. When the show ended, Kaylee Cuoco had her pick of roles, but instead of jumping straight into another sitcom, she made a strategic move. She had already founded her own production company, Norman Productions, named after her beloved dog, and she was ready to use it. Her first major project was HBO Max's The Flight Attendant in 2020, where she starred as Cassie, a charismatic but deeply troubled flight attendant who wakes up beside a dead passenger in Bangkok. The series blended dark comedy, drama, and psychological thriller elements, earning praise for its creative storytelling and Kaylee's gripping performance. Rosie Perez and Zosha Mamet rounded out the supporting cast. Another major win was Harley Quinn, where Kaylee voiced the iconic DC character. Fans were surprised and impressed by how naturally she embraced Harley's chaotic energy, foul-mouthed humor, and emotional depth. It became one of her most beloved post-sitcom roles. Kaylee continued to build her producing and acting resume with Peacock projects, including the 2023 series based on a true story, where she starred alongside Chris Messina. Playing Ava, a pregnant, financially struggling wife caught in a collapsing marriage, Kaylee brought raw humor and drama to a story that blends crime, comedy, and thriller twists. Her rapid success as a producer and dramatic actress proved what many fans now know. Kaley Cuoco didn't just survive the end of The Big Bang Theory, she reinvented herself and rose even higher. For all of Kaley's success on screen, her romantic life has had its fair share of highs and lows. Her first public romance was with Canadian actor Kevin Zegers, whom she met while filming The Hollow in 2003. They dated for about a year before parting ways. In 2004, she briefly dated actor Thad Luckinbill, who had appeared on 8 Simple Rules as her character, Bridget's love interest. After that came a short-lived relationship with country singer Jaron Lowenstein between 2005 and 2006. When Kaley joined The Big Bang Theory, she soon found herself growing close to her co-star Johnny Galecki, ironically, the same man who played her character's love interest on screen. The two quietly dated for nearly 2 years, keeping the relationship completely private from the public and even the production crew. Kaley later described it as a huge part of my life that no one knew about, saying they were so private they never went anywhere together. Their breakup in 2009 happened just as Penny and Leonard's romance heated up on the show, which made things complicated for a moment. Still, both handled it maturely. Kaley has said they remained close friends afterward, proud that the split didn't affect their work or their bond. Their relationship didn't last, but the respect between them did. Fans weren't too shocked when Kaley quietly ended her engagement to addiction specialist Josh Resnick, mostly because the relationship had been so private that few details were ever known. After that, she briefly dated musician Christopher French from Annie Automatic in 2011 to 2012, and then pepper musician Brett Bollinger from 2012 to 2013. In July 2013, Kaley surprised fans again when news broke that she was dating Henry Cavill, the real-life Superman. But the excitement didn't last long. Kaley was overwhelmed by the sudden media attention that came with dating one of Hollywood's biggest stars. She later admitted, "I had no one following me until I met Superman. The recognition was crazy." The pressure quickly became too much, and the relationship fizzled out almost as fast as it started. Not long after, Kaley began dating tennis pro Ryan Sweeting. Their whirlwind romance escalated quickly. 6 months after their first date, they were engaged, and by New Year's Eve 2013, they were married in a lavish ceremony in California. But the marriage collapsed just 2 years later, and Kaley filed for divorce in 2015. 3 months after the split, she briefly dated British actor Paul Blackthorne. Then, in 2016, she met equestrian Carl Cook at a horse show, and the two bonded instantly over their shared love of horses. They married in 2018 and appeared genuinely happy for several years. But in September 2021, the couple released a joint statement announcing their separation. They explained that, although they still cared deeply for one another, their lives were moving in different directions. Stressing that there was no anger or blame, they said their decision came from immense respect and consideration for one another. After 2 difficult divorces, Kaley seemed genuinely shaken. By April 2022, she openly admitted in an interview that she had no plans to marry again. Instead, she hoped to find a long-term partner, someone she could build a life with without the pressure of marriage. Just a month later, it looked like she had found exactly that. In May 2022, Kaley shared a series of Polaroids on Instagram revealing her new romance. The mystery man turned out to be actor Tom Pelphrey, known for his roles in Guiding Light, As the World Turns, and most recently, Ozark, where he played Ben Davis. The photos showed Tom kissing her cheek while she smiled, and she captioned them with heartfelt lines. "Life lately? The sun breaks through the clouds, rays of gold slipping into my eyes and heart." Their relationship became official the same month when they made their first public appearance together at Greg Berlanti's Hollywood Walk of Fame ceremony. By October 2022, the couple announced that they were expecting their first child. In March 2023, Kaylee and Tom welcomed their daughter, Matilda Carmine Richie Pelfrey. Kaylee shared the happy news online, writing, "The new light of our lives. We are overjoyed and grateful for this little miracle." When Matilda turned 1 in March 2024, her proud parents celebrated by posting a sweet video montage full of baby photos and precious family moments. Meanwhile, fans of The Big Bang Theory have reason to stay hopeful. With reunion specials gaining popularity, especially after the Friends reunion, rumors have been swirling that a Big Bang Theory revival could be next. Kaylee has already said back in 2021 that she would be open to returning for one, and now that her series The Flight Attendant has officially wrapped, she might just have the time for whatever comes next. Most recently, in November 2025, Kaylee Cuoco left fans stunned after showing up in a breathtaking plunging gown on the red carpet. She appeared alongside her partner, Tom Pelfrey, at the GQ Men of the Year event at Chateau Marmont in Los Angeles. Kaylee wowed the crowd in a deep wine-colored Donna Karan dress, sleek, fitted, and styled by Brad Goreski. The gown featured a plunging neckline, a sheer overlay, and a gathered bodice that highlighted her toned figure. She paired the look with berry-toned eyeshadow, a loose braid that revealed part of her neck tattoo, drop earrings, and a chic envelope clutch. Pelfrey coordinated with a modern black suit and a simple tank top underneath. When Kaylee posted a video of the look on Instagram, fans flooded her comments with praise, calling her stunning, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, and even the crush of a generation. What do you think has been the most surprising part of Kaylee's journey since The Big Bang Theory ended? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss more videos just like this. See you next time.